here's the deal. We are going to talk about special right triangles. And these special right triangles are going to be the foundation, not just for things in geometry, but you will use them in algebra too. You will use them in pre-calculus. You will use them in calculus. Okay? So, not to scare you, but these are important. So, if we have a 45-45 right triangle, that means we have a 90-degree angle and two 45-degree angles. No matter how big or small the triangle is, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times the leg. Okay? So, if we know the leg, then when we go to the hypotenuse, we are going to multiply by the square root of 2. If we know the hypotenuse, then how would we get to a leg? We would have to divide by the square root of 2. Write that in on that little picture as a little reminder for yourself. Could you please draw this blue triangle? Okay. Is it a 45-45-90? Yeah. Yes. Which means, what is this side right here? 3. It is 3 because we know that it has to be the same as the other leg. Okay. How do we get the hypotenuse? We take the leg and we multiply it by the square root of 2. Okay. Okay. Now, that's the easy one, right? It's going to get a little bit more exciting. We have to do this. Do you see why this is a little bit more exciting? Okay, here's we're going to have to use some of those, I don't want to say tricks, but kind of, the things we talked about before we got started in Chapter 9, all of our radical rules, because how are we going to go from the hypotenuse of 6 to our leg? Okay, we are going to have to take 6 and we're going to have to divide it by the square root of 2. Well, I can't leave it like that. What do we need to do, Logan Phillips?
You need to multiply both of them by square root of 2.
Okay. Which is?
6 square root of 2.
Okay. 6 square root 2 over 2. Is that what we're going to call the legs?
No.
3 square root 2 would be the legs.
Do you have to simplify to the left one, like 3 square root 2? Or like do you have to multiply them, and you could just leave it 3 square root 2?
3 square root 2 is the answer. I'm confused about your question.
No, I was saying, like, do you have to multiply them together? Like, if you put in square root 2 into the calculator and it gives you a number, and then you multiply.
Oh, everything is going to be exact. You're not going to give me a decimal. No. Okay. Last example for the 45, 45, 90 that we're going to have to write in. Oh, there is no 45. So why did I call it a 45, 45, 90? Because our legs are congruent, which means the two angles are congruent, which means they have to be 45. So we know that this side is 5 root 2. How do we get to the hypotenuse? Okay, so if we multiply 5 root 2 times root 2, we would get 10. Okay. Now, that is the simpler of the two special triangles. Let's talk about our second special triangle, our 30, 60, 90. Okay. In a 30, 60, 90, we have the hypotenuse is twice as long as the short leg. And the long leg is radical 3 times the short leg. So first of all, the short leg is the most important, okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to write SL right here. How do I know which one is the short leg?
The one with 60 degrees.
The one
Opposite
from the smallest.
Okay, the one opposite from 30. 30 is the smallest angle, so opposite of that is the shortest side. Okay? Which means this is the long leg, and this is the hypotenuse. Okay? So, if we have the short leg, then to get to the hypotenuse, we are going to multiply by 2. Not square root of 2, 2. Okay? What about if we have the hypotenuse? How do we get to the short leg?
You divide by 2.
We would divide by 2. Okay? Now, if we have the short leg, to get to the long leg, we must multiply by square root of 3. What? Okay. Okay. Now, if you do not have the short leg, that is a problem because every rule starts with the short leg. Okay? So we always need to go from the short leg. So if we don't have it, we have to find it first. Yeah. I said what you were going to say? Okay. If we don't have the short leg, we got to get it first, then we can find the other. Okay? All right, so you're going to draw this in. We have a 30, 60, 90 triangle, and this side right here is 2. Which side did I label as 2? The short leg. The short leg is 2. Okay. So if I want to go to the hypotenuse, how do we get there? We need to multiply by 2. So our hypotenuse is 4. If I want to get to our long leg, what number do we have to go from, 2 or 4? Always go from the short leg. We're going to take the short leg and multiply it by radical 3. Okay? Yes.
This couldn't be a real right triangle, could it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4. Oh, wait.
2
Yeah.
squared.
Never mind.
Okay.
Miscalculate.
Yes.
All right. Now, honestly, When you get the short leg, psh, easy peasy. Okay? Let's look at what happens when we get maybe a different piece. Which piece did I write in the purple triangle? Thank you for being able to read the number. Okay. We have the hypotenuse. What do we have to find first? You gotta find the short leg if you don't have the short leg. How do I get to the short leg? Logan?
Divide 10 by 2.
Which is? 5. And once we have the short leg, we can get the long leg, which would be 5 squared 3. It's a good sign, isn't it? All right. Now, one more draw-in example here. What did I provide for you? I gave you the long leg. What do we have to go to first? We got to go the short leg. How are we going to go from the long leg to the short leg? Okay, we are going to have to divide by radical 3. And if we take 4 divided by radical 3, can we leave it like that? So our short leg is 4 radical 3 over 3. There's really nothing we can do to make that look any simpler, okay? But we cannot leave a radical in the denominator. We cannot leave 4 divided by radical 3 and it be okay. Right? Now, to go to the hypotenuse, we're going to have to double that, correct? Which would be a radical 3 over 3. 3 is still the 3. Okay. Okay, do not close your journals. You're still going to need them. But what I want you to do is get out your folders and turn to page something. Yep, I know. Page 11? Yeah. All right, page 11. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the 45, 45, 90. What I want you to do, you and your elbow partner, I would like you on our 45, 45, 90 to answer 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Oh, you don't have that. Okay.
Where's my pencil?
I have somebody else who doesn't have the
Short leg?
package.
Wait, what?
Why is not 8?
X is 8, X is 8.
8 square root 3?
Wait,
why
Aaron
do we
doesn't have it.
It's, yeah, I don't have it. It's 45 degree angle.
Yeah, but it's both balls.
Yes, that's what I said.
No, why is 8 radical 2?
I knew I was missing something.
It's not going to multiply by radical 2.
Dude, that's a 2.
How am I supposed to make think I didn't. No, it is.
Over.
I'm gonna get a buzz from this. Me and Audrey are gonna get buzzed together.
I'll get buzzed. I'll get buzzed.
You're gonna get what?
A buzz.
Buzz cut. And bleach it. Yeah, get
I notice your hair isn't as spiky today as normal.
No, today is
You have very soft hair. I like it.
positive mode on.
Positive mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Conway, can you share with me the answers you have for number 1?
8 and 8 radicals.
Does anybody disagree with Conway? Okay. Chase, can you share with me your answers to number 2? Like that? Anybody disagree with Chase? I don't know why I wrote it so far up there. That's fine. All right. Avery, number 3. Huh? How would we do it? And can we leave it like that? Okay, so what's our answer? All right, do you agree with Aubrey? Oh, Avery. Sorry, that was bad. Do you agree with Avery? It's not just you, is it? Pina. All right, so now, complete these 6.
Hey, wait, someone paper gun.
Oh, are you okay?
No.
Was that shade?
Oh wait, you can do this. Times 2 times. So y is 10. The 5 radical 3.
X is 23. Y is 46 radical 3. What are you talking about?
What is it divided by 2? 16. Oh, radical 16. Divided by radical. Ten 16. I guess so.
Because 10 over 3, no, shoot.
10 over 3 is not 5. Turns out.
It's actually 6.
10.
6.66 repeating.
No, 9. 5 radicals is over 3.
10 divided by
1, 2, 9 times.
What's 6 times
The long leg
18. What's 3
divided
times
by radical 3.
I'll have it on my iPad.
divided by 3.
Wait, 9 divided by 8.
That is like the committee.
Ha! I know. How have you missed me before?
Good repeating.
What'd you get for 8?
Xavier.
8, I
Oh,
got
shoot, sorry.
40 radical 3 over 3 and 20 radical 3 over 3.
Xavier's not 6.
Like 6 and 6
Repeating.
How is that math?
I think they beat Texas
Because you were arguing.
How is Ole Miss 60 when they?
No, but he said 20 over 3.
Yo, Ole Miss going all the way.
If it was 20 over 2, then yeah.
Natalie with number 8.
It's 5.
All right. It sounds like a lot of us
No, he went to 4.
are making conversation, so that means probably we're done. Number 4, Logan Phillips. What'd you get for X and Y?
Logan Phillips.
Wait. X and Y? 5 radical 3 and 10.
Do you disagree?
No.
Okay. Number 5, Aaron Letty. What'd you get? Yep. Does anybody disagree? Okay. Augie, number 6.
I got 16 radical 3.
I feel good about that one. Feel good about that one. Brooke, how about number 7? Any arguments there? Okay, Alex S., how about number 8?
Great. X is 40 radical 3 over 3, and Y is 20 radical 3 over 3.
Is somebody disagreeing with that? Nope. All right, and then number 9. Number 9. Josh, what'd you get?
X equals 9 and Y equals 19, or 18.
18 sounds better. That was actually kind of a nice one, wasn't it? Somebody who I borrowed this from. All right.